I need like some sort of a framework, something that I can follow along that'll keep me motivated and keep me on track. And Gardenary definitely helped me do that. My name is Kylie Gilliam and I live in Huntington Beach, California. And my business is Blue Ribbon Garden. I focus on installations and helping people get their vegetable gardens started, do like planting plans, and then I continue on with maintenance after that. Before I became a Gardenary Consultant, I was passionate about gardening. I had a little small garden on my patio, and I entered a watermelon into the Orange County Fair in 2015, and I won a blue ribbon for that watermelon. And since then, just my passion for gardening has grown. And I found Nicole, and I had always kind of thought, like, what would I want to do? I actually went on a trip to visit my family, and my uncle was like, so what are you going to do? I'm a waitress. I had been a waitress for a long time. He's like, what are you going to do with your life? And I was like, well, one day I would really like to help people start their own vegetable gardens. But I hadn't found Nicole yet, and it was just sort of like a dream. And then when I found Nicole, I was like, oh my God, like, can I do this, in California? She was living in, I think, Texas still at the time, or maybe Chicago. And I decided that would be a good move. Like, it's what I want to do. And I went through the Gardenary program. And it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed it. So I made the decision to become a garden consultant because I was really trying to decide, what am I gonna do with my life? Am I gonna switch careers because I can't be a waitress forever? And, some people go to nursing school, or some people, go further their education, and I really couldn't come up with anything else that I wanted to do. This is the only thing that I could see investing in and being passionate about, and really, something that could grow, with me and could be successful. Now that I am a garden consultant, it's really rewarding to go to my clients' installations or to the maintenance and surprise them with things that to me seem so simple. How to trim a basil plant. Like, some people don't know how to do that, and it's really cool to share something that I know and I think is just second nature with someone that it's brand new to them, and it's a whole new experience. And I've really found that to be enjoyable. My biggest win, and what I'm most proud of now that I am a garden consultant, is my biggest installation that I've done. It was like a $6,000 job. And, I put the numbers together and I sent the proposal out there. And, I wouldn't imagine someone wanting to spend that kind of money on a vegetable garden. But, to them, they were like, okay, sounds good, let's do it. And I'm like blown away. I'm like, maybe I should have charged a little bit more. Or, it's just really cool to see that people, this is something that they want, and they're willing to pay for it. And that project was my biggest win because it's beautiful. I have a friend that built me cedar boxes, and I did like gravel and the edging and arch trellis and the whole thing. And it's beautiful. And I actually got contacted by a local magazine, and they wrote an article about that project, and it's pretty cool. So I started in my first year. I had just 2 clients. One client had the raised beds already, and I just came and did the planting, which is really great. That's like my favorite part. And then I had another one that didn't end up going through with it. So in my first year, my profit, or my total sales was like $1,000. So it was kind of low. And then in my second year, we're only in November, and my total sales are $14,000. So I think it's been a really great increase from year 1 to year 2, just to see that difference. And hopefully it'll just keep growing up. Gardenary has been super helpful in building my business, because I probably could have sat down and done all the steps on my own, or figured out what needed to be done to do this. But I'm the type of person that needs some guidance. I need like some sort of a framework, something that I can follow along that'll keep me motivated and keep me on track. And Gardenary definitely helped me do that. I could do my website and, accomplish all the things on like the checklist of becoming a garden consultant, and it really kept me focused and driven, to do that and to really get out there. Gave me that confidence that I needed that maybe on my own I wouldn't have had. To anyone that's considering joining the Gardenary certification program, I would definitely encourage them to do it. I mean, it's a big investment. I'm not sure exactly what the rates are now to be certified. I don't know if it's the same price that I paid, but it's worth it. Like I was saying with my education, you know, some people pay to go to like a training or like a college or some sort of education program. And, you know, to pay for that and to get all the training and the experience, it was definitely worth it. And I've, you know, made that money back by the beginning of my second year. I have a blue ribbon pride in the vegetables that I grow, and I want to relay that to other individuals. My ultimate goal would be to have one of my clients enter a vegetable from the garden that I installed into the Orange County Fair, and they could win a blue ribbon. I get emotional because that's where I started my gardening journey, and I called it Blue Ribbon Garden. And if I could get someone to feel that same like joy and like surprise from something that they grow in their own garden, that would be amazing. So when a client works with me, my goal is to transform a space that they have in their yard that is underutilized into something amazing that they could use. My client that I did recently, she has 2 little kids, and it was so thrilling to see in their backyard, they've got toys and blow up balls and like little bikes and everything thrown all over the place. But in the area where the garden is, it's nice. Like they keep that separate, and the kids really enjoy it. People can find me online on Instagram at Blue Ribbon Garden, or my website, blueribbongarden.com.